It's the 1630s in the Dutch Republic. Life is good. Business is booming. It's the golden age. Canals filled with trading ships, warehouses bursting with spices from the east, and more money flowing than beer at a tavern. You've saved up for 7 long years to finally buy that perfect little house overlooking the canal. Garden? Check. Chimney that actually works? Double check. Quills out. Let's buy this. Hey, stop. Don't buy this house. Whoa, where did you come from? I've got something better than this house. What? This flower. It costs as much as your house today, but next week, it'll be worth double. I just sold my house to buy more of these, and that was the beginning of the Tulip Mania frenzy, when flowers became currency, cost more than houses, and made ordinary folks millionaires on paper. How did this madness start? Let's rewind. In 1590, the Netherlands got rich by dominating global trade. Their ships were bringing back gold from Africa, spices from India, and silks from China. A botanist, Carolus Clusius, received some tulips all the way from the Ottoman Empire through diplomatic channels. These weren't just any flowers. Some had wild, flame-like patterns on their petals that looked like they were painted by God himself. Everyone wanted them, especially the rich merchants who'd pay insane amounts just to show off in their gardens. Now here's the twist. The prettiest tulips were actually sick. Literally sick. A mysterious virus that affected these tulip bulbs was the reason for those flame-like patterns. And that sickness made them more coveted. Initially, Clusius guarded his tulips and refused to sell or give away even one bulb. But in 1596, some bulbs were stolen from his garden. These stolen bulbs became the foundation for Dutch tulip cultivation. Soon, wealthy Dutch were competing to display the rarest tulips in their gardens. It became the ultimate status symbol. There were tulip dinners, fancy parties where hosts would display their collections like modern art, exchange bulbs, and gossip about rare tulips. Botanists and horticulturists wrote entire books about different varieties. Some merchants paid up to 3,000 guilders for a single bulb. That was a year's salary for a skilled craftsman. At this time, tulips were still a novelty and traded only among the wealthy. The common folk started to notice these tulips. Over time, everyone wanted one in their gardens. The problem was that tulips took forever to grow. Some rare varieties took 5 to 7 years to bloom, but everyone wanted a tulip now. So, people got creative. They started trading contracts for bulbs that weren't even dug up yet, just like modern futures contracts. Suddenly, growing tulips turned from a gardening hobby into a full-blown hustle. The local taverns became ground zero for flower trading. The taverns in Haarlem and Amsterdam turned into chaotic stock exchanges. And just like that, everyone was in on it. Merchants, bakers, chimney sweeps, even sailors who'd never seen a tulip in their lives. Why? Because prices kept going up and up. A bulb called Semper Augustus, worth 10,000 guilders. That's equal to buying a mansion today for one single flower. Soon, the entire province was obsessed with tulip contracts. Everyone wanted to get rich quick, and everyone wanted a tulip. By 1637, things went completely bonkers. People were selling their homes, ships, livestock, and even their wives' jewelry to buy tulip contracts. Not real tulips, just pieces of paper promising future bulbs. Farmers quit farming to trade flowers. Artisans abandoned their workshops. The craze hit every social class: rich merchants, poor laborers, even the guy who cleaned chimneys for a living. Prices doubled weekly. At the absolute peak, a single rare tulip bulb could feed a family for a whole year. Well, everyone's rich on paper now. What could possibly go wrong? February 3rd, 1637. A regular Tuesday at a tavern in Haarlem. Lots of beer flowing, a big tulip auction planned. But something was off. No one showed up. The auction had 0 buyers. 0. And just like that, there was no market for these tulip contracts. Panic spread like wildfire through the provinces. Everyone tried to sell at once, but nobody wanted to buy. The market for tulip contracts literally disappeared overnight. Prices crashed 90% in days. Remember that Semper Augustus bulb worth 10,000 guilders? Worth less than a sandwich. People who'd borrowed money to buy tulips completely ruined. Those fancy contracts became worthless paper, good for starting fires. The bubble burst because, well, they were just flowers. Pretty flowers, sure, but not sell your house and starve pretty. People soon realized they'd lost their houses, farms, and family heirlooms for some flowers. Many lost entire life savings and inheritances that took generations to build. So who actually made money? Mostly the early sellers who got out before the crash, smart folks who bought when tulips were just pretty flowers and sold when the prices got ridiculous. Who lost? Literally, everyone else. Thousands went bankrupt overnight. Families who'd been wealthy for generations were suddenly begging on the streets. Lawsuits exploded. The courts were flooded with cases from angry buyers and sellers. But judges basically said, "You gambled, you lose." He suggested buyers could pay just 10% of their contract values to settle debts, but many couldn't even afford that. No one went to jail for tulip trading, just broken hearts and empty wallets all across the Netherlands. The Dutch economy bounced back. Trading ships brought real wealth. Tulip prices dropped to normal flower prices. Tulip Mania became history's first warning about financial bubbles. And did we learn? Well, we never spent crazy money on digital coins, art rocks, or taped bananas again, right? So next time you hear a can't-miss investment, remember the tulips. Pretty flowers won't pay your bills. Don't bet your house on a plant, a picture, or a piece of fruit. Thanks for watching. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps. Until next time, cheers.